Welcome to the Explainer. So, if you're learning English, I guarantee you see a few specific words popping up absolutely everywhere. Today, we're building a straightforward study guide to decode three of the most common yet surprisingly confusing words in the entire English language: get to, and got. I promise, by the end of our time together, you're going to feel so much more confident using these everyday words. To really see why mastering this is so crucial, let's look at a quick story about a guy named James. James was out and about hoping to practice his English when a lost tourist stopped him and asked a super standard everyday question. "Excuse me, how do I get to the train station?" Now, James heard that word get and, well, he completely misunderstood. Because get can sometimes literally mean to take or grab something. He thought the tourist wanted to, physically pick up the train station. So what did James reply? He just stared and said, "Get." Yep, no directions, just the word get. Obviously, the totally confused tourist just walked away. This hilarious little misunderstanding hits the nail on the head as to exactly why we need to master this vocabulary. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our 5-part study guide. 1. The 3 meanings of get. 2. Reaching a place with get to. 3. Traveling to the past with got. 4. Listening practice. And 5. Your daily homework. Moving right into Module 1, the 3 meanings of get and its present tense uses. The word get is a lot like a linguistic Swiss Army knife. It is incredibly useful, but you really just need to anchor 3 distinct meanings in your mind. Number 1, to receive something. Number 2, to buy or bring something. And number 3, to become something. Let's directly compare those first 2 uses. Think about the phrase, "I get a letter," or "she gets a gift." In this context, it's all about receiving an object. But then look at a question like, "Can you get me some water?" Here, the whole function changes. It's no longer about receiving. It's about someone obtaining or bringing something to you. And then there's the third crucial meaning, which is all about transformation. Think of phrases like "I get tired" or "she gets angry." In these cases, get acts almost like an equal sign in a math equation. It shows how someone is transitioning or becoming a completely new physical or emotional state. All right, on to Module 2, reaching a place with get to. This is our directional English, and it's the exact phrase that caused poor James's train station disaster. Let's lay down a clear, definitive dictionary meaning here to clear up any lingering confusion. Get to simply means to reach a place or to go somewhere. Think of the word to as a giant arrow pointing you straight towards your destination. And this brilliantly illustrates the contrast. We have "I get a letter," which is that general sense of receiving an object. But watch what happens when we add that little directional arrow. "I get to the office at 9. Boom, we are now actively arriving at a physical location. It is wild how one tiny word completely rewrites the meaning of the sentence. Next up is Module 3, traveling to the past with got. Let's shift our timeline backward. Here is the golden rule. Got is simply the past tense of get. We use it whenever we're talking about an event that happened before right now. And honestly, the best part about this, all 3 of the meanings we literally just learned stay exactly the same. Get is for the present and got is for the past. It's really that simple. Let's treat this like an interactive flashcard. Notice the jump here. I get tired at work. That's happening right now in the present. But say, yesterday I got very tired at work. The rule holds up perfectly. It's the exact same emotional state, but swapping in got acts like a time machine, safely placing the event in the past. Let's test that rule with the direction now. The present phrase, "I get to school at 8, effortlessly transforms into "yesterday I got to school at 8. You just change that first word, keep the directional to, And there you have it. You're perfectly describing reaching a destination in the past. The grammatical structure stays perfectly intact. Moving on to Module 4, Listening Practice, the job interview. Now, what's really interesting here is seeing how native speakers actually use these words in the wild. Let's listen in on Emma and David. David kicks things off with some amazing news. He says, "I got a new job today. I got the news this morning." Notice how he effortlessly uses got to represent receiving something in the past. That phone call happened earlier this morning, so he received the news, and ultimately, he received the job. But point your attention to Emma's reply. She asks, "How did you get to the interview yesterday? Was it far?" This is such a crucial detail. Even though she is asking about an event from yesterday, she uses the phrase get to ask about his physical journey of reaching that specific destination. And look at how David beautifully strings the whole shebang together. First, he talks about reaching a place in the past. I got to the place at 9. Then, he actually changes his emotional state twice in one sentence. I got very nervous at first, but then I got comfortable. Reaching a place, becoming nervous, becoming comfortable. It is literally textbook perfect. Finally, we've arrived at Module 5, your daily homework, putting it into practice. Because let's be real, you can't just passively listen to English. You have to actively speak it out loud. So here is a literal, actionable roadmap for you to start practicing this today. Step 1. Tomorrow morning, the second you wake up, I want you to say out loud to an empty room, I got up at 7. Step 2, when you actually arrive at your office or classroom, say, I got to school at 8. Seriously, integrating this tiny daily practice is a real game changer. To wrap up our explainer today, I'll leave you with a little playful question. What did you get from today's lesson? See what I did there? Take a quick second to reflect on the knowledge you just received, and hopefully you realize how much more comfortable you feel with these words now. Thank you so much for joining me today. Keep practicing, keep speaking out loud, and I will see you in the next explainer.